I remember the time that I shot my first wedding as a photographer, full-time photographer. I was so scared. And as it would later turn out, I was ill prepared. I did not have a second card. I did not have a second battery. Although I had a second shooter with me, I just couldn't help but imagine how difficult it would have been had it been a different type of client. I just want to take this time to actually thank my client, Ashley. She was just amazing. The wedding was beautiful. The ceremony was amazing. And she loved her photos. At the end of the day, I delivered and I did the best, and she loved her photos. And I was even proud of those images. But I just couldn't help but think, what if it had been a different client? I wouldn't know about you, but I'm sure you don't want to be in a similar situation. Hence, in this particular video, I will be giving you 5 tips on how you can shoot your first weddings. And without further ado, let us jump straight into it. Tip number 1, create a detailed shots list with your client. I cannot stress this enough. You need to speak with your client and let them know so that at least when they come, they do not have expectations which are not discussed prior to the day of the shoot. Make sure to have a back and forth with them, communicate with them, call them, let them know this is what I can be able to deliver. If you want anything else, do you think you can be able to mention it before the day of the actual shoot? Hence, I can be able to deliver and meet your expectations. I cannot stress this enough. It's so frustrating when a client has expectations and you have certain expectations and you fail to meet because you did not communicate with the client. So I always advise, have prior communication with your client. Hence, they know what you will deliver and what they can expect. Number 2, you should know the schedule and the key moments. I cannot stress this enough. With Ashley's wedding, I had to come through about an hour in advance. I familiarized myself with the environment and the space, and I made sure to deliver and make sure that the images came through, and I saw where I can be able to position myself so that I do not get distracting to the ceremony as it is happening. And also, I make sure to put myself in key spaces and key moments so that I can capture the best images possible. So yes, know the schedule, be on space at the right time, and make sure that you know your environment in which you are working. Number 2, use dual memory cards and also use an extra battery for backup. I cannot stress this enough. It's really important that you have your information written into 2 cards. That way, should anything happen to the first card, you know that your backup card has the exact same information. So you need dual memory cards, and also you need a backup battery. It doesn't have to be 1, even 2 backup batteries, because you never know, anything could happen. In my case, I didn't even ever have backup battery, but yeah, those are some of the things that you need to not do, especially when you're working with high-profile clients and people who tend to be a bit particular about what it is that you deliver. So make sure that you always have backup. Number 2, blend into the background to capture natural key moments. What do I mean by this? You need to also be within other spots where you are quite far from, so that at least you're not distracting and you capture key moments that are not just as within, but something that you otherwise would miss had you not positioned yourself quite far into the background. Number 5, you need to capture both wide and detail shots. Detail shots where they are quite emotional. You capture the tears, you capture the ring, you capture the couple as they are holding hands, you capture the details of the people as they are smiling, the flowers and whatnot. These are quite emotional and close-up shots. And also you need to capture the wide angle shots. In this way, you can capture and tell the story of the environment where the people were and how it felt to be in such an environment. So you need to make sure that those shots are included. That was tip number 5. And thank you so much for staying. If you stayed along to this point, I am Takunda P. Smith Chikomo. You can be able to support the business by going on to buy me a coffee and making a donation as you want, as you feel free. And this helps the business grow. And I just want to take the time to thank everybody who's been supporting and showing love. I feeling the love and I truly, truly appreciate that. Make sure to also share with other people. Let them know that there's a Takunda P. Smith on there on YouTube, and he is giving out information on how you can improve yourself as a photographer. Without further ado, I always say, always remember to annihilate the status quo, and the perception of reality is more real than reality itself. But before I go, here's your bonus tip, which is you need to hire or bring a second shooter. This will be your eyes for when you cannot see. Once you're focusing on the rings and the keys, you also need to focus on the reactions of the people in the same wedding. So you cannot do that simultaneously. Hence, it is important for you to have a second shooter. With that said, I thank you